Hey, welcome back to the Psychic Soul Hero channel. My name is Laura, and I'm going to do a general message for just anyone that lands on it. Okay, so if you're here to, cross watch, know that roles could be reversed. You may have to flip it, switch it, twist it. Just interpret the message as it best resonates for you. Anything of any importance about the channel, how to book a personal reading, my Patreon link, subscriptions, all that important stuff is in the description box below. All right, now if you resonate with this channel, please, please, please like, share, subscribe. And if you want to win a free reading with me, you have to do those things anyway, but you also have to include the word love in your comment bar. So again, 3 things will automatically get you into entering into winning a free psychic reading with me. All right, so that's like, subscribe, and again, write the word love in your comment bar. Now, you'll know if I chose you if it says winner underneath. All right. And then we'll usually talk back and forth through the platform a little bit, and we'll figure out a good time that works for both of us. All right. First card out, Universal Panacea. Universal Panacea is the magical pill. There's the magical pill because it heals everything. And so you know that nothing heals everything. What heals everything on a spiritual level is unconditional love. So universal panacea is oneness with universal love. It's the highest vibration. So if I'm talking about a twin flame soulmate, if I'm talking about soul's path, this card will come up because it's what connects you to the divinity in self, and it helps you connect to every single person in the universe through doing what you love. That unconditional love is a vibration that we become when we're doing what we love. We become a magnet for that energy. So I'm feeling that somebody's on their soul's purpose. And again, and they're feeling the synthesis, synthesis where we can see the signs and the symbols that the universe brings us when we're on our soul's path. So it doesn't necessarily mean that it even feels right. Like when we're on our soul's path and we are actually interactive with every single person that we're supposed to be connected to. It's because the universe is bringing people that hold the same vibrational energy to us. So that's, again, it's the way that the universe communicates to us through signs and synchronicities, and also the way that we understand how things are going through the vibe that they carry. Fanatical. And I believe that people perceive you as being extraordinary, maybe over the top a little bit, or just different or unique, but they appreciate the fact that you beat to your own drum, that you're different, that you're not afraid to speak your mind, you're not afraid to show up when you need to show up, because that's what happens when you're on your soul's path. See, again, spirit will bring into people's situations and experiences that change your mind and your heart. So again, I'm feeling like this energy may not be that comfortable for you because it's new, but because you're listening to the universe, you again are networking and interacting with people that again have something to contribute to humanity, have something again that are on your vibration because they're doing what they love. And like when I say, contribute to humanity through their soul's purpose. Because the universe is God. You are the universe. Your job is to give and receive of love, which is God, which is, again, through your free will, whatever you choose. So hopefully what we choose is what we desire, is what we're passionate about. And so if we're doing that, again, we are in full like alignment with the laws of the universe. And that brings us to a Christ consciousness. It's again of being able to come from a place of unconditional love, come from a place without judgment. And I think it's, again, you may still have wounding is what I'm feeling, where you may perceive that people judge you, but they aren't judging you. You're judging you, because it's, again, it's a new environment per se. And so when we're on our soul's path, we, again, shed old perceptions, beliefs about who we think we are. And in this evolutionary process, people leave our life and new people come into our life. And sometimes, again, those new people just act differently. They may be, again, more reserved, more, they're more balanced within themselves. And so when people are more balanced within themselves, they're not coming from an emotional standpoint. A lot of times when we come from an emotional standpoint, we're not really coming from the truth. Where there's an aspect of it that's truthful, but it's not 100%. Especially if you have wounding. If you have wounding, then it's going to really be out of balance. It's going to seem like that there's something wrong when there really isn't anything wrong. Is that you have to go through your process. You have to go through your healing process. And that's through doing what you're doing. I mean, the cards couldn't be any better, to be honest with you. When I tap into your spiritual energy, what's going on in your life right now? It's like, again, you're the universal panacea. That's the best card. And this card matches this card. Because, again, this is unconditional love. Christ consciousness is when we're able to forgive, when we have compassion, when we, again, are able to go with the flow of life. And the synthesis is a great card. And like I said, I just think because you're different, I like this card because it adds flavor. I feel like where you are, that there's not a lot of people that have big personality. People are afraid to. They're more inclined to care about what other people think instead of what they feel, what they think. So again, I'm believing that you're on your soul's purpose and you're on your spiritual path. And through doing that, you're shedding parts of yourself, which are helping you to connect to different people that hold the same vibration, though it feels awkward. Because again, and when we feel that something's awkward, we tend to look for the reason, like, why is it awkward? We want to put a reason why, and then we make up our own perception. So I believe that your perception is, oh, well, because you're different. I don't really believe that people have a problem with that. I believe that if anything, they admire it. They wish that they could have that trait, that they could be as comfortable. So let's see what other spiritual messages. I always like to do the spiritual energies first and then look into like relationship. Let's see, transformation. Okay, this is a totally different deck. And so I'm loving that because it means that you're in your evolutionary process. That's why it would feel a little uncomfortable because you're changing. You're shedding old belief systems, old perceptions of self, old habits, anything that no longer serves or supports your highest good. And so sometimes it's sad because, you know, you're not going to jive as well as you did with friends that you once did. You're also not going to like what you once liked 100% because, again, your perception changes and so does your taste a lot of times. Again, karma. So again, transforming karma. Transforming karma, that is how, when we're on our soul's path, is the only way that we can actually transmute negative energy. Because you can't get rid of negative energy unless you transform it. And so, and what are you transforming it into? Again, Christ consciousness. Again, universal panacea, so that we can connect deeper, not just to the divine. Divine is actually ubiquitous because it's everywhere, but also to every single person because they hold the divine within inside them. Karma, a lot of times, is what creates spiritual blocks because we don't learn from the karma. We don't integrate the karma. Again, surrender. So now, you might actually be going through a little bit of transition coming up, which I wouldn't say that it's negative karma, but any action that creates an action or behaviorism or triggers someone else can again be initially fall underneath the category of karma. So, old wounds that haven't been healed or integrated are really scary. But I'm feeling like since you've been on your soul's purpose and you've shed many different old layers of self, there is, again, something from the past coming back, almost like karma, some sort of karma, some person or situation, again, from your past, and is asking you to surrender, or it's a wound, is really what I'm feeling. So there's a karma that from your past, you're being triggered now. And it's just, I'm feeling this is more within work now, that it's like you're getting tested because you're on your soul's path and you're creating. And so you are building a momentum, but understand what'll happen is you'll also be spiritually tested, and spiritual tests come in the form of karma so that we can transform them, transform the wound. Because again, karma that's not healed creates a wound, and we need to integrate that. We need to integrate it into our power because that's really what's happening right now. So you, again, are going along your soul's path and you're going to be triggered because the triggers, again, are going to show you where your shadows are and what you need to integrate into power. So this is where you are right now, and everybody is seeing it. It's again, they see that you're going to make your dreams come true. I mean, that's really what happens when we become a clear vehicle for spirit to work through. We're able to manifest. We're able to manifest our heaven on earth. We're able to manifest our daily bread, our money. We're able to manifest anything that emotionally is going to feel fulfilling. I want to look and see what your triggers are. So again, if you're in a relationship with someone, again, because this is where you are spiritually, this is a spiritual journey. And I would say, work is somehow incorporated in that. But this is the overall spiritual energy that's driving your reading. But if I was to look at if there's people in your life, I would want to see what are the triggers. What are the triggers? We're going to say if you are in a connection or in a relationship, what are the triggers? Abandonment issues. The wavering in and out of my life has caused me severe triggers of abandonment, and it cannot continue to happen. So again, so you might be someone that was connected to someone that was coming in and out of your life, And it really was triggering abandonment issues. And so understand when we allow someone to have that type of power to come in and out of our life. You know, it's one thing if it's in agreements, if it's in which kind of when you're allowing something, you're saying it's okay. Truth of the matter is, you could say, well, this person kept coming back and whatever. It's that if you are on your soul's path, doing again this part, which is what I believe that you're doing now, then this person wouldn't be able to come in and out of your life freely. Because again, when we're on our soul's path, we invest our time into a lot of different things. We're meeting a lot of different people. So the abandonment issue really is from abandoning self by waiting for someone to give you love instead of giving it to yourself. And really, if this is what I feel like you have learned. I have to like talk about a relationship because my intuition is saying, well, the reason why you became so strong on your path is because of this person coming in and out of your life, not giving you any stability, not making you feel good. And again, it was creating resentment. And now I feel they're resentful because that's how karma works. So if you're connected to somebody, they were expecting you, again, the wavering in and out was, again, so that you would never feel comfortable. However, now you are making this person not feel comfortable because you took your power back. And that's really, again, you took your power back because it says it here. So how did you take your power back? It's again by not sitting there and caring, by giving yourself the love. And now that's how the person that you're connected to is eating their karma. And this is passion. I feel our passion is gone and many things frustrate me about you. This is you with that person because you're seeing that they were immature. They, you know, they weren't willing to treat you on fair grounds, coming in and out of life, knowing that you care about them and them not giving you the time is disrespectful. So there's a sense of abandonment when we allow that to happen. And so I think that the truth of the matter is that when a person comes in and out of our life and we don't heal, then again, by investing in ourselves, we tend to keep taking that person back because we associate them with passion. But instead, because you are on your soul's path, transmuting your wounds into power, you again, you were like, didn't, when the next karmic cycle came around to have the opportunity to take this person back, you didn't. And that's how they ate their karma. Because really, a lot of times people say, well, I got so hurt by that, and this person does this all the time. Where's their karma? Well, you were supposed to, again, make them eat their karma by being true to you, because this person was so sure that you were going to do it. In this story, this person was so sure that this person was going to take them back. Again, coming in and out, you do it all the time. You do it to multiple people. You forget that, you know, everyone's not the same. Some of us actually really do love and respect ourselves enough to, again, create the boundary. What I feel like is, again, the next time that this came around, you didn't let it happen, but that was after too many times of you letting it happen. And so dry spell, I got tired of the dry spells and a lack of sexual connection. So I feel like that's your person, because every time you would get mad, or again, they would betray you and not be consistent, and you obviously, it affected intimacy, which is trust. So what happens here is that this person, again, is on a lower vibration. They expected you to, again, lower down to their vibration, because a lot of people do. And so what they see is that you didn't, so they're the ones eating the karma. This is how people learn. This is how soulmates learn. So you may say, well, I still want to be with this person. Or like why do I still feel connected? Well, it's again, unless you integrate the spiritual lesson, that connection will never be broken. That's number one. Number two, if you haven't created enough life and you've invested so much time in thinking about this person, you will always, there's a sense that you psychically have connected to that person. So a lot of times people stay in that place as a way of detaching, a way of not having to really be in a relationship because they don't trust themselves, because they're afraid. Being in the 3D is more safe than actually being in the here and now and having like a real relationship. Riches flow into my life in many ways and from many directions. So I feel like you're seeing this energy from, again, being in the flow of the universe. And that really is what I felt like. You're riding that wave of, again, of Christ consciousness. So, and remember, like, again, unconditional love is anything abundant is going to come to you. So money has no energy except for the energy you're giving it. So if I had to ask about your person, again, because we saw what happened from this story, I want to know, what do they feel? What are the hidden truths? Because even though we see that they played games, they had one foot in, they had one foot out, this pushed you to really create yourself, to invest in yourself. And this is something that, again, gave you unconditional love. What this person wasn't, again, the person that you were connected to wasn't giving you. So let's see, again, just because they weren't giving it, what are their hidden truths? What? Okay, we need to let each other go. I feel like because your person just doesn't want to, they don't want to, they don't want to apologize. They don't want to change their ways. They don't want to admit that you're right. They have a big ego, is what I'm feeling. You came closer than anyone. So it's, again, I feel like they just feel like it would just be too difficult for them to change. However, again, this spiritual connection is really, really strong. And that's why I'm feeling like they really felt like you came closer than anyone. However, so many things remind me of you. So it's, again, you're still in their heart. I believe when you have a soulmate connection, they'll always think of that person and them, you, but not all soulmates are supposed to be together. I believe the person that you were connected to, they were supposed to like eat their karma. They were supposed to. This relationship, even though you two weren't together, taught you both a lot. I believe it taught you how to, give yourself the love and then also stand on your own 2 feet and really feel connected to like more people, and more connected to the divine, more connected to yourself. And you're just finding yourself, but you're in a balanced, good place where only abundance is going to be able to flow into your life because you didn't tolerate this lower vibration. And understand this person is stuck thinking about you. It's, again, so many things remind me of you. It's, again, they didn't want to change. You came closer, but they still have to heal. And they know that. And part of them doesn't really want to evolve as high, doesn't know how to. Remember, we all have free will. So if someone is comfortable, being in and out, non-committal, it says more about them than it does you. That's what I see here, that was the lesson for this person. To learn that, just because this person isn't giving me, there's so many other people. I'm abundant in so many areas. This is not my issue. Be honest with yourself, once again, and which I feel like you were. That's the key, being true to yourself, no matter how hard it is. And self-reliant is what the spiritual lesson, which is, again, what I said that you needed to learn. So, will you meet anyone else? I'm sure you will, somewhere down the line. Kick up your heels. So again, I'm feeling like, yeah, somewhere down the line, but it doesn't say in this story, but it does say you will be going out and you'll kick up your heels and you're going to have a great time and you're going to connect with a lot of different people and you'll eventually are going to meet someone. However, after you have, again, discovered yourself a little bit more. I'm going to leave it there. Now, if you resonated with this, leave me a like, comment, again, subscribe to the channel. And if you want to win a free reading with me, all you have to do is, again, like, subscribe, and write the word love in your comment bar. I'll see you guys all soon. Bye.